Hello, hello, hello. Should be working, I think. Just turn my laptop on. Oh no. Pause. Drink. Loading. Let me know how the sound is. Oh shit. Hey, can you hear me? Let me know how I compare to the sounds. Okay, we had a book. We were on a boat. The title was getting further and further away. What remains of Edith Finch? I don't know, you tell me. This is a journal or something. Audio currently seems some. Okay. Is it getting further away? I don't know if it is. That's my chocolate bar gone. Sorry. Hello. Interact. Do things. Hello. Hello. Oh. I've pressed the button. Oh.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Well.
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it. My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
It's already less meta than the unfinished swan. I feel like I'm Edith Finch. Where's the place? Maybe.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Right. That's odd. Tell me something about that. Right. We have power. What the fuck? Why is R1 the interact
Inside the
button?
mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Mm. Can I not open them? Oi! Open! Things! No! Oh, I can zoom in with that button for some fucking reason. What is that noise? It's a weird noise, I can't tell if it's... Oh, okay.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh, fuck me. Fuck off. Right, we're done with this game. Look, there he is, top left. Ralph Lewis. Ribbit. Where are you? Reveal the view option. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. We even got a little drawing. Oh god, that's an ugly radical. Why'd he gotta be like that? Never mind. What were you saying, Edith?
My mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Very good. Silly bitch. Can't believe it.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, no, no. You can't do this to me when I don't have a sprint button. Oh. No, stop doing that with every other button. Maybe she's dead. Maybe I'm dead. Okay. Yeah, bright. It's still just as fucking dark. If I'm up in the contrast rather than the brightness. I don't see anything. Oh, hang on, it's because my room's dark. Look, my room's bright. That's better. Silly me. I'm lost. I guess she should be dead for the fact that she's the only one without death.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Oh, I think I've gone the wrong way. This is really annoying that there are two different ways. And I can't sprint. Please tell me this is just a quick, brief dead end. No, stop doing that. Every other fucking button opens that menu. Two of the buttons do this, and one of them interacts in a really weird way. Yeah, dead
I
end.
wouldn't have driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Hoof prints. Oh, I feel under it. Wait, no, what? Not what they sound like. So I didn't hear it jump. That's badly done. I skipped the swamp level, I guess.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Yeah.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent.
Long roads.
As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Wayside school. This is back there. Okay, cool. It's not got much variety in the fauna. Not the fauna, the flora. All these snapdragons, rhododendrons. Hang on. Yeah, it kind of look like snapdragons. Yeah, snapdragons. Maybe. Kind of. Not really. Yeah, no variety in the fauna. Oh well. Basketball. Badly graphicalized truck. Another missing poster. What the hell? What is that? Like a dragon's head. Sorry, I'm very slow and methodical. Hang on, no. No fucking rum. Yeah, I think we are though. I wish I could turn my camera later.
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had
Edie?
killed her husband.
What?
I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
What? Edie? Oh, Edie's at the bottom. Died in 2010. Odin died in 1937. Walter, Sam, Calvin, Barbara, Molly, Kay, Sanjay. Why the fuck do we not know about them? Edith 1999. Oh, she's the same age as me. I really am Edith. Gregory. Ingeborg. So, who are these leaves, do you reckon? Dawn, Gus. I like the name. Even Lewis. Some of these siblings, though. Lewis was 22 when he died. The question. What question? Oh, I wonder who are these leaves? Why is it too loud? Or? Lewis was 22. Lewis was 22 when he died. Milton went missing at the age of 11? Oh yeah, she said that, didn't she? Oh, you didn't catch the question. Yeah, I was just wondering who the leaves are and why they don't have dates or anything. If they flew away. Ingeborg. So there was a dragon thing in the pond. Oh god, lots of missing posters. Oh, I just saw that. What's making that noise? I'm getting kind of, from what she just said, I get kind of like Lovecraft vibes. Don't know why. Something in the water, eating someone, killing your husband. Aha. Here I am. Maybe.
As a child,
Oh.
the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
It would make me fucking uncomfortable. Look at it. It looks like fuck. This would just set off anyone's epilepsy.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Whoa, bombshell. Graham Robinson poetry right there. Jingle jangle. Can't interact with much at all. I suppose you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Are these snapdragons? I got them. No, but
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
I didn't expect to do that. That's unfinished swan symbol, I swear. Moon, sun, kneecap, crown. Thinking, what, there are a lot of fucking brands for this. Gary's potting mix. Cosmic cuisine. Okay. See, developers very arrogantly toy with like, oh, they'll just like, oh, we know it's about this, so we'll put some thematically appropriate titles of books in our fucking game. I like Cosmic Cuisine, come on, that stands out. Another chef raw fowl. Flowers, saltwater, yeast. Flavors of India. Another flower, saltwater, yeast. The Pacific Pantry. Pleasure of Japanese cooking. Wetch's Kitchen. Cosmic cooking. Oh, so they hide the body in Follow Season 2. Kind of Red Bull. We've got a canoe. I feel very zoomed in. Clear brush thinner, black there. This is nice. What are they doing? They're making a door? Or a glory hole? Grout sealer. I wouldn't mind if the thing didn't move so slowly. I haven't got any other. That's my only camera option. It's really frustrating. Fishes in a pond. Tennis ball on a string, orbiting a planet, maybe? So is this my way into the house? Hang on. Did I miss some attractions at the front door? I hate this. I hate the multiple directions. Oh.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Oh. Okay. Let me out, please. Okay.
For the first time in
The
years.
light made me jump. Hang on a minute. Edie, Dawn, Lewis, Milton, Edith. Making sure it up. It's just her speaking. Like, that's the thing, I'm relaxed, but it made me... Yay! Oh my god, the books. Well, the same books as well. It's all the same books.
But
Stop with the
instead of a
books.
family, there were just memories of one.
Secrets of the Stove.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
I like salmon. Washing machine's on. It's odd. Hello? I swear it had a thing. Oh, right, it was to talk about this. Right, I thought this happened, yeah. Uh-huh. Why is the blood on that note? Oh, fuck off. Can't interact with anything.
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house. So we had Chinese a lot.
Oh, the Northwest Chef. And flour, salt, water, yeast. Oh, it was Witch's Kitchen. A Viking's Belly. However, there has only been one cosmic cuisine. Because that's the clue. We're doing something celestial. No, yeah, fucking deliver here and the whole fucking house falls on you. Oh, Edie was like grandma. Dawn looks like mum, maybe. That's me. He looks like a twat as well. In loving memory, Lewis Finch. Okay, so they're now pontificating on the early death of Lewis. Get you thinking about that. We don't know how he died yet. Finch Family Cemetery. They have our own cemetery? I would rather. Can I look inside? Nope. I did. How does that work? Got any more cosmic? Oh, that looks like the cosmic cookbook actually. What's all the cooking? Wine. Oh, cosmic cuisine. Okay, I'll shut the fuck up. Apologise if my pace is like excruciating. An oar for the canoe in the garage. Okay, good. More salmon. There's enough to look at that it warrants it. Yeah, I agree. Oh, not Toronto, Seattle, maybe. Barbara Finch. Oh, she was a movie star or something. And he did not like having his photo taken. Must be Joseph Carpenter. The Alpen, 51 Tales, Dreamer's Tales, Swan's Way. He's already given us Washington. Right. Pastorala, the metamorph. Okay. Franz Kafka metamorphosis, someone turns into a beetle. The Norse myths. Swedish. Okay, no, we got loads of shit going on there, never mind. The Labyrinths, the Alpen, the Book of Sand. What's this Alpen it's repeating? I'm going to look up the word Alpen. It's muesli. Oh, it's like a place, isn't it? Alpen Pines. Homeschooling essentials. Pacific Coast seafood. From cove to stove, witch's kitchen. Raw fowl. God damn, they like their cooking. Oops. Aleph. I'm sorry. I was being very dyslexic. First letter of the Semitic Abjads. Hieroglyph. Letter or number. It's not really got any cultural. It's Egyptian roots as well. Aleph novel. A lyrical account of Kolo in his 14th major book and touched on the theme of spirituality. Orville. Very good. Alpen. Seeing critically. King in yellow.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
So people had a bad time before leaving. Why did everyone leave in a hurry? I suppose I'll find out. Cross Creek Cookery. Fuck off with your cookery. Jesus Christ. We had a house of like cuisine fiends. Did nothing but just buy books about. I find this thing they're doing with the text mildly annoying. Yeah. The way it focuses the camera on it is annoying. A good table. Fuck off with the cooking. Oh. I want out. I want these. What the hell is that supposed to be? Roots. I think the cookbooks might be intentional when you walked in it. Yeah. Creek. Okay, we're on an island or something. On the coast.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Okay. Nice graphic. Oh. Where's this the garage? Yeah. I feel like it's got potential to be very spooky, but choosing not to be. I like that. Public market. Dolphin. Raw fowl. What's this called?
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just
Oh.
too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
Yeah, too many fucking raw fowl books. I like that about going home actually, a very good opportunity to be cheesy. Yeah. That's fucking real, that's weird. Left me out. The book's in the way. Got a barbecue. Slenderman gonna be out there. Oh, we got a ladder or something out there. Strange. Oh, it's a statue of a man looking out to sea. Oh no, out across the body of water, whatever it is.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Oh. Nice. Well, that original house looks... It's still very strangely angled, but it's less of a fucking amalgamation than this. Infinite jest. That's the way I like to live life. I hear the roar of the chimney, that's pretty cool. Backpack here. These are really weirdly real looking pictures. Ah. Spooky. The Hunter's Roast. Wild Feast. Made of meat. The Book of Mushrooms. Cosmic Cuisine. Gravity's Rainbow. The Weird. The Curse and the Wise Woman. Okay, we got a recurring theme of which wise woman, and we're focusing on Edie a lot. So Edie, Grandma, would like to run a that's the mum, or Dawn, hang on. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Dawn and... Oh! Dawn married Sanjay, had Milton, Edith and Lewis. Kay... Wait, no. No. I think Edie, is trying to sell, well these books are fucked. Has a salmon company, but isn't getting enough fish, so she turns into a witch and summons Cthulhu Creek for the purpose of ascertaining more fish. That's cool. I really like millipedes. Centipedes are strange. They've got weird arse jaw grabber things. Very nice. Two little dicky birds. Radio. Time and the Gods. The Library of Babel. Fucking hell, we were a cultured lot, weren't we? Okay, keep hearing this washing machine. Little light eyes. Holy moly. We had all the middle we had all the middle class culture going for us, didn't we? The bong and the music and the insects and the salmon.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Whirlwind? We don't want to look in the box. I know my bongs when I see my bongs. That's bong. Look at it. Bong.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Okay, so Edie uses Milton to summon Cthulhu. So this... What? Where was it? Don't mind me. What? I'm seeing both Edie and the mum being singled out here at different points. Oh. And Lewis is dead. And Milton. Everyone's been sort of singled out. This is what was being designed in the garage. The this room is sealed. What the hell? Yeah, that's a good point.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
What? That's weird. So yeah, they were making this in the garage. It's with like glory hole invention. What am I hearing? This thing. Is there something in the fucking oven trying to escape? No? Whatever. Okay, only one way to go now, and that's not... Yeah, well, like, it's mystical. One would guess. Here we go. Jump
After
scare.
Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Oh, that's the peepholes were the things being made in the... Stranger and stranger. Too much to think about. Ooh. That's a painting on a saw. That I've never seen that before. What the fuck? I believe it is pertaining to the fantastic. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm sure. Dolphin. Sorry, taking forever. What the hell? Is that a fucking Snapchat filter? What's going on? What the fuck? It looks like a fucking Snapchat filter. What the hell? Ugh, fuck off. Weird. I really like that painting on a saw. It's really fucking cool. Dragon in water eating people. The word cosmic cuisine. And if this isn't, then I'll be kind of disappointed. Oh my, 3 things going off right here. I really want it to be... No, not so much cosmic horror, I don't think it'll be, but I think magic's going on. Witch's cookbook. It's always always middle class folk. You're not seeing it? Really? They literally put a book called Cosmic Cuisine. To me, that's a big tip off. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Also, the drilling of the doors, like... He's got a very bright thing. Oh, it's
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Okay. This is strange, this fight.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Strange. So, these people are supposed to be... This was Barbara's room, which was sealed. Oh, I swear I see a face over there. Is that just me in the corner? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? There's like a face. No, is that not a face? What is it? Oh, I can't tell what it is and it's fucking with me. On the left of the curtains. It's fucking with me, man. Creepy. Uncanny Valley. The Book of Sand. Holy shit, I can't. Bigfoot.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Oh, cosmic cuisine. In awe. Necronomicon. It's like creaking. Stop it. Got a big red door of doom. Up into. Alright, literally putting the Necronomicon in makes me lean. I honestly, I've had those vibes
I spent
since
a lot
the
of
beginning.
time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Why was she stealing rooms? Fucking weird. Okay. This is we're now playing Subnautica. Right. Shark. This is the house? Underwater maybe? Yeah. That's weird. Oh, those blue birds on the things were finches. That's cool. Didn't just thought about that. Okay, so like this house is like literally being swallowed by the ocean. Dolphin.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
What am I wearing? What am I wearing?
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Huh?
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Oh. Finch. Edie.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Uh-oh. Don't you summon Satan? I don't know why, I don't know why, I feel like Grandma's evil. Calvin?
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
What? Ew. Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Yeah, it makes more sense actually if Mum's evil. And Edie knew and Edie was like, being like, stop it. And Mum was trying to get rid of Edie because she was good or something. By putting her in a nursing home. Let's just quickly check. Oh. Yeah?
Mom must have locked the 3rd floor stairs on the night we left.
Yeah. Can I open this? Nope. 249.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Creepy. Oh, yeah, Mum did want us to come back.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Saving. Oh, that's creepy. Look at it. Ugh. Look up.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Right.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own
Aww.
even tinier gerbil cage.
That's really cool. What's that?
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Okay. Tree thing. Right in the literature. Bedbug. 9 lives. Call of the Wild. Birds of the Pacific Northwest. The Magic Mountain. Beast of Nature. Monsters of the Deep. Come on, man. Come on. I had a hunch, and now it's like... It's as solid a hunch as some random fucking books. Also, I found Cthulhu. Did it, knew it. It's the idea of the dragon in... It's the idea of the dragon in the lake killing the husband. Or whoever said that. I can't remember who she said it was that said that. That's just... That's the moment that was said to me. The dragon in the lake was something like a monster that is real, but it's not a dragon. It's not in a lake, but it's something like cosmic. I don't know why. It just set the tone for me. Ooh. No.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here. Before my mom sealed the doors.
Why is Mum sealing doors?
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner.
Right.
I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Okay.
My Halloween candy was all gone. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh. What? That's creepy. There's a weird banging coming from the fucking construction outside the house. Oh, I'll eat the fish. Hello?
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Molly is Cthulhu. Yeah, that's the door we can open. Let's go in.
Mom, can I come out now?
Almost weird.
It's late. Go to sleep.
Why does she sound like that? No offense. That's Arabian.
I kept eating and eating.
What? Why did I just eat that? Something's going on with this girl. Molly is...
I ate a lot of things that night.
Hello, Azathoth. So you're hungry. I guess, yeah. Did I eat something I wasn't supposed
Then
to?
I heard chirping outside my window.
Oh. What's a finch?
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly,
Whoa.
I was a cat.
This took an unexpected turn. Yeah, it did give her a witch. No? Oh! I now have a jump button.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
So in the previous game I was chasing a swan. Now I'm chasing a bird. Get me now. Or not. Alright. Right, gotta explore everything. Leave me alone. Oh. Oh. Okay, never mind. Oh, that rustling noise is below me. That's just a wind noise. Yeah, I'm thinking less Cthulhu, more witch now, actually. Phallic.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Maybe if I start, like, twerking, they will. Oh. Oh shit, on a journey. Why am I up here? See something? Yeah, it's like witchy, Cthulhu-y mixture. And now you've decided, even though earlier you were saying, you were wondering where I got from. Oh, stop rustling, it's creeping me out. I know I'm a cat, but... So in the previous game I was chasing a
The
swan.
babies were all gone.
I've said this already. Oh no! Big chunks, mate. Really? See, I'm all for, like, foreshadowing and stuff, like... What are you doing? Bird? Get away.
I
Ah!
jumped and I almost got her.
Oh god, I'm angry. Listen to me growl. What the hell is going on over there?
I could tell she was getting really tired.
God. Itchy foot. trees. Okay. Oh yeah, that's actually
Now
just
I
the
was up
fucking
in the
bird.
big tree.
Oh,
I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore.
hey.
All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Me, this is odd.
I gobbled her up,
Oh,
and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
I'd like to look up, please. Oh my god. Whoa,
Rabbits.
nice graphics. How big's this place? How far does it let me go? Lycanthropy, the game. Not lycanthropy, just photography. Yeah. Ah!
I imagined his face looking up
Oh.
and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
What
Then
is...
I flew off to find something bigger.
Oh no, I'm gonna eat Mum.
A mama rabbit.
Where? Oh yeah, I'm gonna eat those ones.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
I feel like she's having a dream. What the No, the fuck is this? What the fuck? What the fuck is this?
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Okay, this is... Okay, this is going more to do, I guess, though. Oh god. That was, I feel like that was unnecessary, but it was funny. I feel like it's all the kids' imagination
Juicy
stuff.
seals.
Okay. This kid's mental. Please disturb. Go down at the seal, please. Eat the seal. Oh my god.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Bitch.
I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Oh god, what is going on now? My snake or a squid tentacle thing? I'm a snake, right? What?
Now I
Yeah.
was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Yeah. Now I'm 100% convinced. Ah. Oh, I can't see anything. Turn the light off in the room doesn't help. That does a bit. Damn it. An odd way of depicting a monster. I suppose it fits without its terror.
I was
no.
big, but I moved real quiet.
What? Whoa. Be like that. Would be like the snake from Jungle Book. I can't go up, so I have to use the stairs. To... Why does it look like it's infinitely sucking into me? This is not working. Wait. No. Never mind. I'm on a boat. Start a game on a boat. Right. I don't want to be a monster the whole game. This is rather inconvenient.
Belly with a rusty razor, shaves belly with a rusty razor, shaves belly with a rusty razor, and no more. What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken?
Nom nom, motherfucker. It's guiding me, still.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. Across the water, I smelt of the moon. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Mm. Oh, well.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
This got very strange very quickly. I like it. Not sure how I felt about the shark bit, but... Oh. Oh no. Oh no! I'm eating Molly. This is Molly's bathroom. I reckon that's the toilet.
I got closer and closer.
No. Unless it's my goldfish. Can I eat the goldfish, please? No.
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Delicious.
not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
There's a cat outside. Oh, there's a me outside. Hang on a minute. Okay, well. Here we go again. Jump! So the rooms were being sealed to keep the monster out. That doesn't follow because then Edie would be sunlight. So Edie is
This will be
monster.
obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
I don't think everyone's going to have a similar... So we called her in, so I think we're going through each person. I don't think everyone's going to have a similar a representation of whatever it is. I think there is something in the air, for sure, but I don't know if transforming into a shark, a monster coming in is the way. I don't know if everything is going to be that literal, like to keep like a snake-like thing out. I think, I don't know, we'll see. But I think the ceiling is that might honestly be something along those lines.
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
Edie. Snake. Wait, she's got what? Weird. Got an image of a bird, of a snake, and a bird. What is it jingling? Stop it. Oh shit. Derpy Jr. Bob. Derpy. You don't have a name. Derpy. Why don't you have a name? Okay. Rob. Derpy. Derpy? Wants to get away from the rest of the house. Starship Gemini in Waterblack Fury. The dreams in the witch house. The Finches are falling flat. The magic mount. Monsters of the deep.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Louis looks like he's from the hood. Why is that?
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Good to know. She had handprints. Weird. I can't tell if Edie good or bad. Oh shit, we might actually get a flashback of Edie.
Her room was like a museum.
Odin. Joining the great majority. What's that mean? I'm just making myself more comfortable. I like this so far. It's different to Unfinished Swan, but it's good. It's less, shit. It's less, mechanically adventurous, although you can see they definitely still using their imagination. But it's more traditional. I like the storytelling senses. Alfred Hitchcock. Ah, the Scimitar. The Mysteries of Death and Thereafter, Odin Finch. Oh shit, maybe Odin was behind it all. Like in, the old gaming book. It's not this abstract. Yeah, it is. Mole Man beneath the Finch house.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Druid World. Yeah, I thought so.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous
Right,
throughout
yeah.
Norway for their fortune. And misfortune.
Oh? Is that it? Surely not. Ah,
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johann. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
shit! That's the house we saw in the mural, and I think I saw like a wreck of something as a shark.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home,
Orcas Island. That's why I have so many pictures of dolphins.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Just gonna hit her things. Okay. Oh shit, am I filling?
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Water, maybe. Oh, yeah. Well, the thing you're interpreting Molly saying Mum wouldn't believe me, as Mum wouldn't believe in magic, but it might just be that Mum would recognise that Molly is interacting with a magic which Mum believes in, but still chooses to tell Molly it's not real. As in, Edie is not in opposition to the magic, whereas Mum is, which is why Mum is sealing up the rooms. Oh yeah. The Hardy Boys. Rocket Boy! Holy moly. There's a bong. Oh shit, she was on U-Chain.
Great Grandma had always been the family's biggest fan.
What? So she... Oh. Hate that name.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Lake trip. My friend Bigfoot. Random junk. Home movies. Sam medal ceremony. Sam photo award. Conspiracy now. What? Something Edith interview. Weird America. The Finches. Oh fuck, this can't read them. Shrine sketches. Ooh. She's a cool lady. I wouldn't mind her as grandmother.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
The Jungle Book. Molly concepts. Mural sketches. Barbara concepts. This could be witchcraft. Molly concepts. Cat. Shark.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Oh, right. So Sven literally was killed by the dragon. Okay. I kind of find that cool that she was like, yeah, dragon killed him. It's not even alive. Taxidermy, the home. Taxidermy, the home. Oh, for the home. Fuck. Sven gonna be part of a love triangle. He's even chopping wood. Speed then? I'm so zoomed in even when I'm not zoomed in. Rather frustrating. Okay, lots of carpentry and shit. Shark. And these things. And snake. And there was a bird leading me places. Why are the pictures not real? I think Edie's a witch. Okay.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
The same style saw. This time a couple of gnomes again banging it. What the hell?
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Oh my god, the banging outside. Jesus Christ, it's 7:30. What the hell's going on? What, you saying what there's over there? Those bathrooms I come across these days. Oh, the spec. Big arrow that doesn't work. Nice. Okay, hang on a sec. We got that. Bonanza. Yeah. And on the toilet seat. It's kind of like coral. Champagne. There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edith Finch.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book. Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Seems highly inconvenient. Sealed doors, probably not. Probably just there to provide a more linear way through the house. Dear. So dark. It's dark. is where the alien gets me. Nothing. Native. I like the music. Captured. Oh. Oh, stop getting. Stand up, you silly bitch. What's going on there? Get out of the way.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him.
Oh, I can't get a scope for the fucking room. It's so zoomed in. Space on one side, hunting on the other. Fort Sam, Fort Calvin. Okay. Captured. That's a hat. Fight, enlist. Orcas Island Regional High School. Cobra Battalion, Bravo Company. Certificate of Achievement is presented to Samuel Finch for obtaining a 120% department grade in the third quarter of the 1967 to 1968 school year. Great. Oh, that's cool. To command center. What? Wow. Don't force me into the next area already. Please. Don't! What are you doing? Get out. Why is your face looking at me? Oh, a star. I had them as a kid, these stars. Stuck them on the ceiling. They're luminescent. To infinity and beyond. Red team versus blue team. Go to the command center. Ooh.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Get up. Stop. Oh, wait. Aha!
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Cool. Oh shit, I'm about...
Calvin! Dinner's ready!
I'm gonna die right now. I'm about to
But
die.
that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Oh, fuck.
I told him going around was impossible.
I'm gonna
Maybe
die.
if I hadn't said that,
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell
Hear
you
an
again.
ambulance?
maybe if the
This
wind
is
hadn't picked up,
amazingly done.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
They shouldn't have
I
built it
think
up this
he'd
much.
already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Die already.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Sam is mental. That was cool.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Oh, shut up, you moaning about that. That was fine. That was brilliantly done.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again. The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Shortcut unlocked. Means he would be proud. Also, someone could have been watching me. Oh.
Growing up, I always thought
Oh.
of Barbara as a child star.
From a distance. That's creepy as shit. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Please, stop.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent. She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
That's fucking cool. This is so well done. Fuck your chair. Fuck your everything. Fuck your blue thing. Now I get to wreck the place. Fuck your wood. Fuck your wood. Fuck your bottles. Fuck your basket. Fuck your hands. What?
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman Killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
That's true. Edith Finch. What remains of Edith Finch? Of the grandmother? So. Yeah, that's what happened to Sven. What the fuck are totem poles? I didn't mention native stuff earlier. Fuck your punching bag. This is hilarious.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Comic books, like, made directly into dialogue just come across as a bit odd. What the hell? This is a Comic Con thing, it's so good! Fuck your finches. Fuck your door. Fuck your books. That's close. Fuck your boot. Rollerblades. I was gonna say something, I don't know what it was.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Oh,
And who he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
I'm in Molly's room now.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Well done.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Fuck.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Okay, yeah, sure. No, what is that can be facilitated? Okay. Let's go. Yeah, I think it's incredibly well done. Everything has an element of the supernatural. It's all very different. As I suspected, it's not all just about a monster in each room. It's like, well, you know what I mean. It's different for each person, but there's a hint of magical, which the grandma believes in. Like, maybe grandma is the monster, and what remains of her is all the stories of her killing all her family, or something. Bob Street. Is that it for this? Do I leave now? Oh.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and
Yeah,
never
sure.
found the basement
I
key.
just figured it out. Yeah. I get
I
it.
guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Shut up. Has it gone darker? No. Has it? Yeah, it's getting darker. I think. I can't tell. Yeah, it is, for sure. Oh, right, okay. Right, music box. Right. That's the menu music, I think. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Model dragon stuff. See, at least then, Mum, that makes total sense. Mum saying don't go to the basement because risk of rusty nail injury. Like, it's shiny. Who died on that? I forgot. Oh no, Sven injured himself on that, but he was killed by the dragon. Sven didn't have a good time, did he?
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Oh shit.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Are we gonna have a grandmother reveal?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Oh, but he was here, and Edie was looking after him.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Oh. He likes trains. The toilet.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Shaking? Why is it shaking?
But after a few days, I settled into a routine.
Yeah.
That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
Why is it
But
shaking?
if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
What?
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting.
Oh.
Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
Because your monster's gone.
I'm done waiting.
2005. When did Edie die? 2010. Did anyone die in 2005? Oh, Walter. Wait, so Edie outlived Walter? Edie lived a long fucking time. 93 years.
I have to leave. Well, I still can.
I don't understand why he's down here. Like, I don't understand.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara. And Molly.
Right. Oh, it was after him because he witnessed Molly's,
And Calvin.
Barbara's death. Calvin?
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week.
Edie was protecting him then by keeping him down there.
I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Hang on. Molly eats herself. Walter jumps in front of the
Walter
train.
died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Calvin jumps off a cliff, swings off a cliff. Is there one? Obviously. Barbara. The only
I'm
one
sure
that
my
doesn't make
mom
any
was
sense.
trying to protect me.
Because I'm thinking like mental illness, suicide over and over again. It's fake.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Oh yeah, a desire for attention, killed by the fame, a desire to.
But
That's
if she
very
never
Chuck
told me
Palahniuk,
about an
actually.
uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
The routine
I don't want to make
protects
the
from
same mistakes she made.
suicide. Yeah. Molly was killed by gluttony.
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two,
So.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. It's not actually something supernatural. Don't really know. Wait. So what, he just went into the ocean?
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
You should know about your family. Who?
And the history you're a part of.
Hmm. Dear Esther. I'm going to go out to that ladder, I swear, if it's a ladder.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Oops. Oh.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Why was she sealing doors though? That's the weird bit. makes me think it's not entirely just... Imagine maybe that was something to do with her mum's mental illness. Maybe her mum was just a control freak. That was her problem. I think when we learn about Dawn's family, Dawn's story, like she went Jackie, trying to be in control of things. What's ringing? Stop it.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
So I was running around as a cat. More Gary's potting mix.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What
That's what
kind
you
of
get for living
family
in a house
finishes
like
building
that.
a cemetery before starting the house?
That's what you get for living in that fucking thing. Random shit falling on you forever. Look, just have an aneurysm just looking at it.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Shut
3
up.
of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Oh, Bob, he was one of Eddie's. Oh, I wish he had the images because they all died. Oh, this is my name. Bailey, that's a dog's name. Or a frog? Oh no, a frog. Thing fell over. Oh,
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
shit. Well, yeah, no. Came across that way to me, but I also sort of suspected some form of voodoo in that they were, like, familiars, maybe. One of which led Molly as a cat various places. That's cool. Funk. Funk. Funk it. Dick. Hit, spell the word Finch. And then the remaining words spell. Oh. Beth. Cook. Beth. Shapeshifter.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Oh shit, that's the house that got washed into the... yeah.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Right. You gonna say anything? Is that all I get? So much drink. Is that really all I get? I don't get to use it again. You're shitting me. Okay.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
What was that? Hey, Lewis was a mosque.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Yeah, no, I figured. I was going to say, oh, he was a king, but I decided to opt for a joke instead. Like looking at orcas and saying, oh, that's a dolphin.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh, well. We should leave now then.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
This is a puzzle, well, not a story
They were
game.
both pretty intense.
Called, What Remains of
Sam
Edith
spent his
Finch.
life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
There we go. The hell is that? Oh, it's just a guy.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, Language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit.
That's me
Okay,
mum
got it.
and me granddad.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Alright. No, not you, that was just me. Ah! Don't see anything. No, not that. What the hell else? Is that a pun?
Aw.
What now? I see them down there, you know, birdie. If that doesn't go though, that doesn't do no good. I always forget who you are, the Enlightened. I think it's either Wes or Zach. Well, does it not say what game I'm playing? It should say I'm playing Edith Finch first playthrough. What remains of Edith Finch? This is what after, like, the game has multiple, I recommend playing it. It tells a story in a very unique way. Though, at times, a very frustrating way, apparently. What the fuck am I supposed to be taking a picture of? I'll just be done now. I'll leave.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
What the hell is that noise?
Nothing quite like being outside.
Hmm.
Hey!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map.
Got your thermos.
You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo.
Just imagine the photo album which I'm currently looking through is just like this over and over again. Aha.
Let's see.
Poems. On top of the gun, that's very
maybe.
interesting.
was it? It could have been...
Seriously, next. Please. I've pictured everything in my power now. Let's move on now. Please. Let's do something else. Please. Next part of the game. Please. I'm supposed to like take a picture of a deer. What the? Oh. Ah! Oh, there's a plate. And a tent. Yeah, this photo album's gonna be massive. Ah.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
What? You're not shooting the fucking deer. What is going on?
Dad,
oh no.
I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target.
No.
I'm over here, Dad.
One sec, Don. Let me get a picture of you.
I'm getting a picture of you. Holy shit.
Make it behind you.
Creepy.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
I like that.
Great shot, Don!
Oh god, I don't like that. Oh god. Let me take a selfie.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera.
How he
Try
dies.
not to think about...
Dad!
Oh shit.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
I smell fish fingers. Someone in the flat has cooked fish fingers. Yeah, you can. What? Ah, doesn't end. Okay. Go back to Canada. Oh, no, not yet. Oh, too late. Alright, can I go back out again? Thank you. I was done with this room.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Oh, this is another sealed door. Oh. So dark. Okay. Okay. Get to... Wait. Bye bye. Not a fan, eh? Meal ready to eat.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
How do you know? You're 18. Well, no, 19 right now. I was 18 when this game came out. What the fuck? Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so... I was gonna say from this, like, it looks like he was married to a K, but then he went over to a Dawn. No, don't put it... I didn't want to do that. Please let me go ahead again. Thank you. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? No, don't put it back, you stupid bitch. Okay, well. I didn't do anything to trigger that, she's just done with it. Once you acknowledge it's in your hand. Teamwork. Gregory. I didn't even know we had a Gregory. We got Gregory, a Gus, a Dawn. We haven't had an Edie filled in yet, that's gonna be the last one, isn't it? Milton Lewis.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Oh, I was supposed to be doing something. What?
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I remembered.
Husband and wife. To make him cry.
Hello. GPV 420. Where do we go now? Oh, why is it all tentacles? What the hell is that?
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
This form of storytelling reminds me
Rain
of a
came down in
theatre group
buckets
called
then,
Knee
but no
High.
one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
They use a lot of puppetry and macrocosm, zooming in and out on things to tell stories. Very nuanced way. What am I doing? I'm a storm. And it's
Thunder
gonna blow
sounded
me
much
away.
too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Playing Hokum all over him.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
What a horrible name. It's my least favourite name in this book. Keeps getting dark. Oh my god. Run to mailbox. He just does that once, he just runs to the mailbox.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
She is. Oh, I don't know. Her accent was certainly
Religion
something.
was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Don't get a cold.
I can't imagine what it was like for her to lose 2 sons after she'd already lost 2 brothers.
Yeah, the women seem to be outliving the men.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Apart from Barbara. That's the accent then. Fade it out. Welcome to my army. What's this achieved? I'm not your punching bag. Am I supposed to be going backwards? Yeah, you know. Very warm in here. I'll go up here once more just because I missed something. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to run out to the mailbox now. Oh, that mailbox? That's pretty far away, actually. Jesus Christ. Come on. That's for going down. Is that it? Strange. You know the, what was it? Aleph symbol? I was discovering earlier, based on the title of books. Well, what do you know? Why is it so warm? Jesus Christ, give me a second. Okay. Electrical skateboard and Throwzilla. Okay. Get down then. Right. Points me this way. But this is not to be interacting with. Why does it point me this way? Maybe they were all werewolves. Figured it out. Not sure if I'm going the right way. Oh, wait, no, this is. We haven't learnt anything to progress, have we? Apart from someone died by kite. I can't go down there. Presumably can't go up on this. Yeah. No, it's not really here. Or here. Any ideas, Don? Sealed door. Can't interact. No input here. Yeah. It points me past the thing. Maybe I need to re-examine this fucking document again.
Dear Kay.
Oh shit.
Do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Oh.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Hey.
That time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw.
What the hell?
What his world was like.
Yeah, this is what hallucination was like.
He reminded me so much of Calvin.
Huh?
Lost in his imagination.
It's cool how I'm displacing them, but let's go.
Whatever it was he saw.
Oh. Oh
It
no.
sure made him happy.
What is going on? Aha. Oh, okay.
I know how silly it sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Hmm. Oh no.
I wish he could have told
I'm
us
gonna drown.
about the world he saw.
Fuck this, man. That's fucked up. No,
There's
it's so
so
fun.
much I don't understand.
Tell me about it.
About Gregory.
Oh no, what?
About everything.
Oh, I'm the troll. This is absurd.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Oh fuck. Running out of people. Now we're going up here. The door? Maybe? we've done that, and now what? Getting a bit tired. I kinda wanna try and finish it in one go though. I assume we're as done as the things, we've only got like 3 more left. Or 4. Hello? No, I've already done that. Did we do anything up there? But it pulls us back down. Facing this way. Odd. They were holly, yeah. Is holly poisonous? I think it's all a trick. I think they successfully tricked me with the books at the start. Right, yeah. That explains it. That's how why Molly died. Yeah, I think that the books at the start were a means of making you think it was going to be Eldritch Horror, but she was probably having a crazy dream because of that. A fever dream. Am I supposed to be here yet? No, maybe not. Confused. Let's see. Yeah, maybe. No. Exactly, yeah. I don't understand. I thought I'd fixed it. Do I hear the sound of like a way out? Nope. Long. I don't understand. That's good. Good point. Because this is kind of an evacuated thing and it's pointing me at that. The thing that puts me off is how blurry it is. You're here. Fire extinguisher. Go. Can't fucking make head or tail of it, to be honest. Arrow, something. E. Exit, exit. But is this like that face? So that's to that way. So how much is that way, which is not as long as it suggests on the thing. No, it doesn't make any fucking sense. The beds would have to be along that thing, but then there's not a thing there. This doesn't make any sense at all. Door. Yeah, I'm thinking that, but I don't understand how. I don't go up now. That looks like I should be able to get to it, but I don't quite know how. Telephone. Oh, fuck's sake.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Thanks.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Great job. Awesome. Assume nothing. Oh God. Those are all very bleak for the colour scheme. Reading is a hoot. Assume nothing. Great job. Analyze objectively. My family. Oh, what? Curious. I mean, I get that it's like They're getting self-absorbed, aren't they, this family? Edith,
But it
Lewis.
didn't last.
I forgot what she was on about by now. Mrs. Finch. And satanic candle, no stuff. Strange, like combination of science. No. She published a book. Oh shit.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
No, I'm not supposed to do this bit yet. Edie gave him a castle.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
That's the unfinished swan. Top left. That's an image from the unfinished swan. That's cool. Neato. Burrito. Barrel. Oh. That could very well also be the unfinished swan right there. Yeah, looks like it, the style. Oh my god, that was... This is the music from...
I think Edie was happy to
Unfinished
finally have
Swan.
another painter in the family.
This music is the unfinished swan menu music. Okay, cool. Very cool. All this is like, oh my god, that's very cool. Oh my god, that thing. I missed the unfinished, I want to play it again. Was I right?
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
So he disappears by painting himself a doorway and going into it.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
I think he's literally just... He literally just disappeared into the unfinished swan world. Monroe is a young boy whose mother has recently died. She was a painter who was known to have finished a painting. Monroe, not Milton. Maybe not. Yeah.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Why? Why'd you steal? Because he disappeared.
Whatever Milton had found in the house,
He
Mom
basically
didn't want it
disappeared through
getting
a
out.
door. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. What?
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
I know it's blessing. That's exactly what I intended to do, thank you. Oh, we got Lewis. My story's already filled in. Oh. Yeah. I still can't wait for Edie's. We got Lewis. We're still missing Dawn and we're missing Edie. I think we're gonna go Lewis, Dawn, Edie.
Lewis's room smelled
Well, that's a bone.
very familiar. That part of him lived on.
It's like, I got that night. Don't leave, I didn't ask you to leave. Fuck's sake. No, stop leaving! Oh my god. That should be a button, not just a walk. Okay. No, it's a shisha.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
The Red King's Dream. That's a Monster Energy drink. Yeah.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery.
Oh.
But he withdrew part of himself.
Fucking Surgeon Simulator.
In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
What the hell?
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small. Imagining a labyrinth.
The book labyrinth.
He'd feel his way
the books.
about.
All the characters are related to some of the book. Like,
then something moved.
It's not like
bats.
I'm doing both of these things, by the way. I'm doing the
and toads.
I'm doing the fish at the same time. Oh god.
And things that have not names.
You mean dragons?
He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
Why's Evelyn like... Don't let me fucking walk there if I come on.
But he found something more.
Then we're going 3D.
I worried about him then.
Dude, he's so
daydreaming
high.
at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Oh, of course, just attack it.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Right, Lewis is almost as weird as the one in
He
real
built the
life.
city up slowly, brick by brick.
Does it have fucking
And he
orgies
made
in
musicians.
it? Gay people doing drugs.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Oh, I'm really surprised how
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
clean it was on.
New Louisville.
Ah,
St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
I like the fact I'm still chopping off the heads of fish. I think it's very...
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
He chopped the heads off fish to death?
In Lewisburg,
I think this is one
he
of my
heard
favourites.
rumours of a beautiful prince.
God.
The prince was on his own quest for radiant rainbows. He followed the sound of his
electric sitar.
Silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
This is the cannery, yeah. Oh, I ain't doing no
Began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
And he's still there to this day. Oh wait, no, I'm me. Oh, I'm right. Lewis, watching Lewis.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Wonder.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Conveyor belts underneath. This is incredibly well designed.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him. His prince waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Oh, fuck. He used the salmon thing on himself. That's why he had a crown on the
And the rest I
grave.
think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him. On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
That's all. It's very surreal take on. Very surreal and exaggerated take on. Sort of, I guess, genetic.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
It's me then. About me,
The whole
woman.
last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Holy moly. Go. Thank you. Good job they don't try a mechanically intensive game.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
I think
Edith
it's...
has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories.
I think it's Dawn's fear of
I think
the
it's
stories
best
getting out.
if Edith and I leave tonight.
Yeah. Every time I go in the room, I learn the story.
The stories seem to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Once you know the stories, you expect to die. The stories perpetuate the curse. She seals off the rooms to stop people from getting into them, from learning the story and getting the curse.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful.
The thing I was on about. Oh, hello.
You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends.
Beds.
That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Oh, me.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
Oh. Stop it.
A few years went by.
Turns out the writing was quite quintessential to the
My mom didn't like to talk about it,
game.
but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
I like it. It's growing on me.
until I found out about you.
Oh god, this is like that video. Get scared.
I'm
sarcasm.
still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes.
Gone eyes on
And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Oh, cause. For some sake.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
This is the baby
I just want to meet
born.
you.
Conceived.
And tell you all these stories myself.
Who's the dad?
But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Good point. Does Edith die giving birth?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
I didn't. I want to see what's in the house. That Edie saw. No. No, what? So you don't get Edie's story? Shirley Dallas. I like the fact that the team used pictures of him as kids. That's pretty funny. Can you imagine the email that went round? Yeah, for the credits we're going to use images of you as children. Well, I am thoroughly impressed. That's so it's very different to Unfinished Swan. Both, I think, did a very good job of what they did. I think giving birth was what was going on there, and might be wrong, but we don't need to know. It's I'm kind of confused about the Edie thing, but I guess the point is we don't get to see what's in the house, because that's not the point. And maybe Edie's still out there somewhere. What's Edith? I don't think we needed to know how Edith died. Also, 1999 to 2013. She got pregnant at the age of 13 and 14. Oh. It's very cool. It's very grounded. I was very good at picking things and working with them. Real things. Like peaches and salmon, caged animals, and kites, swings. absolutely seeping in imagery. Chung. Isaac Wong. Trick or treat, smell my feet. Tatum. Okay, replay story. It's her story literally just down onto the, I think that was literally all the story, but we don't get to see how she died. Unless... Okay. Yeah, it's just from this bit here. Okay, whatever. Okay. Nice. Speaking of tight time, I'm gonna launch up something called Titan Souls. That was alright. I fucking loved it. It was very impressive. I'm gonna stop the stream and start again. Possibly on this, like, I think it's like a 2D top-down boss rush. Oh, okay, how come? Spoilers. Right, okay. Oh, I thought... What time is it? Half 9. I need to go to bed. Right. Any other thoughts on this before I end? You'll think on it. Good night.